Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday. Happy Memorial Day if you're in the United States. Um, I think someone's texting me.
All the flags are out in our
Yeah.
neighborhood. Got the banners. Yeah. Start of what is this? The start of summer now? Mm.
I guess. Yeah. We're a little, we're still in I called it the Mamo Mela, like the Kumbh Mela in India. We were in the Mamo Mela here, and spending over a week with the Zagas and Mama Rodrigo and Isabel was just extraordinary. Some of you were with us, and we continued the work all the way through Thursday, and we did the exchange, handed them off to the next leg of their journey Thursday night. And we had so many gifts and so many insights, and excited to share a lot of that with you folks. We'll be doing a lot of the continuing of the work in the summer solstice weekend retreat here. We're probably going to go back out to the Overlook where we were. It's only about an hour away in New Cumberland as part of the retreat and continue the work. Um, we got some great information yesterday. We were texting with Mama Rodrigo. I was late last night. Paul Nevin, who some of you met on Tuesday, we went out to the Susquehanna River and did a very sacred Pacamento offering. And he is kind of one of the keepers there and has found petroglyphs, very old ancient petroglyphs, that he has since a kid been kind of the shepherd of them. And then he started a foundation to protect them and keep them safe. And we couldn't get to the petroglyphs because the water levels are 3 times higher, and it was a safety risk because you have to kayak in.
I don't think there was land
There wasn't
to land
land to
on.
see.
I
Yeah. So
think it was all,
originally
I
we
think it
had,
was all underwater.
yeah, originally we had 2 boats lined up to take the group over to onto the rocks. And but Paul joined us and some of the other beautiful people, kind of in his community that are keepers of that sacred land. And he sent us, found right near where we did the pagamento was a golden cicada. It was like a pendant, and it's predated Columbian, and they think it's from Colombia. And how it got to the Susquehanna River and to the spot that we were doing the offering is pretty extraordinary. And it is now in a museum. And so Paul sent us photographs, and we finally were able, they were in ceremony yesterday to connect with Mama Rodrigo and share this with him and shared images. And he was so excited because the cicada is very, very sacred to them. They train to learn how to communicate with the cicada because it is the deity that is in charge of all the insects and also a messenger of paranormal or activity so they can check in between the realms. So the cicada is kind of the bridge between the messenger between because they burrow, as you know, in the ground and then they come up only so many years. So they're really sacred to the Mamos and the Kogi Indians. And Mama Rodrigo sent me a video of him when he was young, of his father teaching him how to play the flute to the cicada to learn the song. So when he shared that with me, I sent it to Paul, and Mama Rodrigo said that nature, it was so well received what we did on Tuesday with them. And he was very excited. And if you remember, he kept asking for insects, and then someone found a bee that had died. We don't kill anything or anything, but and a lot of the visualizations we were doing of things in gold. So here was this golden cicada that they found where we were. It's about this big. That's from Columbia in Pennsylvania. So we're going to continue doing that work. We're going to continue to do the work on our property. There was more things we did on Thursday here and a mound near here where they connected us into the Sierra Nevada and put a very sacred object, several actually objects there. One is like a giant quartz crystal facing up. Um, so we're going to do some of those pagamentos for the summer solstice. And why we do feel called to go back there is the petroglyphs align with the work we did in Chaco Canyon for the spring equinox. There's a serpent line and there's circles, just like the carvings in Chaco Canyon. There's some of the same petroglyphs that align with the solstice and equinox cycles. So we'll be kind of in that energy. So we're going to kind of update the overview of that weekend, but it'll be really delicious and keep Mama Rodrigo and the Zagas all posted on that. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Um, one other thing, did you have anything to add with that?
Um, what's to say about the work, right? What is the work? Indigenous work with the waterways, and that's their mission, we could say, is the indigenous Teuna tribes, the Mamos and the Zagas, or like a spiritual, like a swami in India. It's a spiritual order that, you know, once you've received a certain amount of um, connection to the land and to the planetary kingdoms, then you become a Mamo and a Zaga, and so their goal is to to do blessings at the elementary level. We could say it's water, all the different waterways, but they also communicate with with the animals and the plant kingdoms and the mineral kingdoms. And they are very in tuned since, for lineages with the nature. What we call it Mother Nature, right? But what are the deities of Mother Nature? And the pagamento was an offering, right? The Western man just takes, takes, and takes. And so we have imbalance in the Mother Nature. There's imbalances, and we see it through the weather patterns. We see it through the fires and the hurricanes and the tremors, and of course, those are amplified when we go through an ascension cycle. And one of the things that we do when we were with the indigenous is we do these offerings, which are we talk, consult the deities, and we ask for permission. What is it that's would bring it back into balance? How can we harmonize our environment? How can we step into our role as stewards? Humanity is supposed to be the stewards. We're supposed to be the ones who are interacting with Mother Nature. And so it's just a great gift when you're around them because they have that spiritual vibration that activates within us our dormant strands of DNA, right? And it's like Mother Nature's has this voice through the indigenous, and we can communicate with them at a physical three-dimensional level, but at an energetic level, we're being transformed, and parts of us are turning on. And part of that is part of our soul mission, right? What's our soul mission? We could say we're star seeds, or we're here to activate portals on the planet or healing, all those different missions that we have. But it just has such a so that would be what I would say is part of our work with this group is we work a lot with Stargate Ascension, right? Turning on your DNA, creating, that basically just turning on your DNA and working with portals and working with the grid lines and helping to stabilize them, right? We think we're just turning on our DNA and turning on the DNA but there's also this reciprocation. How do we interact that is in harmony, that we can, that what we're activating is received well.
Yeah.
And then the mamas are there to teach us. Oh yeah, it was received well. We got a golden cicada.
I mean, he was so excited. And I will say this, it was really interesting, before when the mom was here, we had a lot of we had incredible termite damage to where in the apartment where they stay. And we were talking to him about talking to the termites so they could just go out and eat the dead wood around our property and not the house.
Can we
And
play, can we play a song? Can we
yeah,
do
yeah, no,
can we what can we do to help the termites?
and what he said, and he also had mentioned that we needed to do additional pagamentos to the trees. And he said, a lot of people come to your property and take energetically and dump, and they're not doing. the offering. And so much of the work we do with the Mamos is always offering gold and items and visualizations and intentions and prayers. And he said it has to be balanced. You know, nature is happy to take it from you, but there also has to be a reciprocal, the flow has to continue. So you learn little subtle things like that that just make it so much more balanced and so much more nurturing. I mean, I feel very nurtured and
Well, we're all on a healing journey,
yeah.
right? So, in some level, we're all taking
Hmm.
and we're all dumping on Mother Earth. That's, you know, and the Mamos are there to show us there's the other side. How when we take and we purify, and the trees are happy to take our, that's their one of their roles. That's Mother Nature's role is for us to give our discordant energies and for her to clear them, right? And so, yeah, it is beautiful to have that other side from the side of Mother Nature. How can we be more responsible in our healing process, in our uh, instead of just dumping right on the planet, how can we clean up our mess, right? So it's yeah, and it's just an ongoing spiral, you just keep the service becomes the nectar
Yeah.
and the DNA activates and Mother Nature talks to you, the birds talk to you, and the planets talk to you, and the animals talk to you, and it's so beautiful. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to do a lot more of that. We have the mamos to show us how we can do pagamentos, right? And there's also some things that we can do energetically through our own connections to spirit, to our Christos self, and our tribal term, tribal shields or DNA shields or DNA strands that we can activate that um, that merges the two, that bridges the indigenous with this with the ascension energies that are coming in, and that's what we're excited about to bring in
Yeah.
June, right? To merge both of them, to take that next step, like Chaco Canyon was kind of like our beginning, and now we're gonna like move more into some more like, oh yeah, here's the next what's the next layer of that of our own offerings.
Yeah. So two other things. The women on Sunday we did a women's program with the Zagas that are the high priests and healers, priestesses in their culture and their matriarchal society. It was profound and beautiful and vulnerable and real. And the healing that the women did together was extraordinary. And I was fortunate enough to have my session on Wednesday, which is now lasting 8 days. I haven't been allowed to bathe in five. I have three more to go, and I love my showers, sometimes twice a day. I can wash my face and brush my teeth and my hands. Um, but I'm bathing. They're preparing me to hold more of the energy here on this property. And it's a clearing. It's also a realignment that a lot of the Zagas go through. So this ritual that they have me doing is several times a day where I'm bathing in the this elixir, which is their herbs and the cane sugar and the rum, and it's very sacred and it energetically it's profound. And they'll anchoring here a place for women to come and be together and heal. And after the program, we had some things happen. I'll share an email with the women. Um, so it's a great opportunity for us too as women to gather and do the work. And I have no idea what's going to happen to me. I might just vaporize, but that's okay. I think I'll call somebody here that I know that's a great body worker to keep me in my body through this process. They thought that would be a great idea for me. So, and you know who you are. So I'll reach out to you privately, but I'm not allowed to do anything till they'll check in with me on. Tuesday, and then we'll see where we go from there. If I'm not fully aligned, then I gotta do 8 more days. So yeah. So I'm in my own initiation process. So, whew, who knew? So anyway. So the last thing, I'm going to put an image up when Michael takes us into the meditation. And after we did the pagamento here on Saturday morning, it was beautiful. And our pool is filled with the spring water that runs through our property. So we empty it every year and then we refill it. And the Zagas work a lot with the water and they loved it. And they kept talking about the water. And so we did a whole ceremony where we cleansed our eyes and the way we see. And two images appeared on my camera after that pagamento. And I have no idea how they got there. And when I shared them with the Zagas and Mama Rodrigo, they said these look like pre-Columbian carvings. And then Mama Rodrigo shared that this was the nature spirits and the seeds that were being shared and planted around, that our pagamentos and our intentions were well received. So when we do the meditation today, you may want to just look at it and activate it in your pineal gland and your heart and down in your womb and your root. Breathe it in, and then we'll go into meditation. So it's just one of the photographs. I have two, but I put just one, so it's really pretty. But it's not of the water. Michael goes, "Oh, you took a picture of the water." I'm like, "No, it wasn't of the water." So anyway, so I'm gonna have you share. So because last time I did it, we didn't. Oh, yeah, share screen, I think. There we are. No, full screen, honey. Okay. No, I'll do it. There we go.
There we go.
So just take a minute and breathe that in. It almost looks like a strand of DNA, the infinity, possibly eyes. Just allow it to permeate through your body as you get comfortable.
And as you breathe in through your third eye, you're bringing in the energy, the frequencies of the Aurora platform, the Aurora consciousness. Breathing in, feel the energy kind of moving through the third eye into the pineal. The pineal would be like the holding crystal, and you're illuminating and activating the frequencies of the Aurora platform, Aurora consciousness into your pineal. Breathing in, gently holding and allowing the frequencies to charge. And as you exhale, you can exhale either down through your spine or out through your brain. One more time, breathing in. Hold, feeling the magnetism of the pineal. And this time, as you exhale, exhale down into your heart, through the back of your heart, and activate your heart chakra. Exhale. Closing your eyes now. Last time, breathing in. Hold, feel the charging at the pineal. Feel the astral light in your third eye. And then exhale down into your heart. Now begin to breathe through your heart center. And you may feel some flashing of your third eye, your pineal, as the energies are grounded into the heart field. As you begin to center your awareness in your heart field and breathing through your heart field, you may even start to feel the induction from the pineal inducting into the heart field. You may even just bring with you that awareness, sense of the light blue and the silver, or the infinity loop, and of the Aurora consciousness looking through your heart and looking into from within, spreading within your heart field, going even deeper now into your heart, into the crystalline heart. And as you breathe in, it's like you're breathing life into this infinity loop. It's beginning to pulse within the crystalline caverns of your own crystalline heart. And you may feel the magnetics as the loop, infinity loop, regenesis loop begins to be amplified and anchored and held within the magnetic field of your heart. Yeah, breathe in, hold, and then exhale. Just do this 3 times together just to charge up your heart field with the Aurora consciousness. And as the Aurora consciousness field, the magnetic field strengthens, you may be able to feel or go a little deeper into it and start to feel, intuitively feel that consciousness that I am calling the Aurora consciousness. That which we may call the soul or oversoul of Earth. Feel her connection as she weaves her consciousness into your magnetic field, your auric field, and your crystalline light body. And fill your lungs with her prana, with her life-giving consciousness. Feel the illumination of the lungs and the prana moving into the red blood cells. The sustenance. And begin to see your red blood cells as light. They're turning from a red into like a golden color. You may even see them as golden infinity. Each cell itself has a golden infinity regeneration, sacred geometry structure within it. You just need to take one blood cell, hold it in your heart, through your third eye, through your imagination. See the red blood cell turning into gold and even morphing into this golden infinity thread. And you may even see that golden infinity thread of your golden blood now surrounded by a field of light blue. It's not only a protective energy or protective membrane of the aurora consciousness, it's also allows you to receive exactly what you can take in the exact right amounts. And as you move a little deeper into your heart and a little deeper into your lungs, you may feel the energy starting to spread from one golden infinity auric blood cell, aurora blood cell, like a gentle cascade or a gentle wave. See all of your cells being ignited, communicating to each other, excited to receive. And notice the flow now of the blood as it flows through your arteries and through your veins. How the flow itself is kind of turned into a golden fluid held in this light blue and silver white river of crystalline light. We're just allowing the Aurora consciousness now to just saturate herself within us, activate what needs to be activated. And as she does so, just continue to synchronize your breathing and harmonize your frequency, whatever seems to work best for you. Now begin to concentrate at the inner sanctum of your heart and presence the golden infinity loop there. You may see it like a golden bow tie or golden mask. Begin to breathe through the center point, as if you're charging up the node and allowing the golden to flow through the infinity loop. We're going to breathe into it. I'm just going to explain what we're going to do right now. We're just going to breathe into the node, hold it with our awareness. And as we exhale, we're going to exhale up through our antakarana, through our spine, through our throat, through our pineal, and put the node back into our third eye, as if it's surrounding our forehead. The node is at our forehead, and the golden infinity loops to the left and right. So we're going to begin now. Breathing in to the golden thread within our heart. Hold, gently grab the node, and then exhale and bring it up through your antakrana. Throat, pineal, and into the third eye. And then begin to breathe through that third eye node. It's as if now you're looking out through the third eye, as if you had an etheric pair of eyes, left and right, looking through each of the two spirals. And you're looking through Aurora consciousness. Allow Aurora consciousness show you how to align and to see through her eyes, through your third eye. And now she's beginning to pull energy up from the core of Mother Earth. So you may feel your antakarana extended all the way down into the core of Mother Earth, and you may feel some hydroplastic silver, white, and blue energy pulling up through your antakarana into the vortex, the infinity loop, which is a generator now of the Aurora consciousness. And allow your whole body now, just like your whole auric field is being saturated with a very fine, etheric, silver, white, blue Christos consciousness. You may notice that as you're breathing and synchronizing with the infinity loop, it's your third eye, the aurora consciousness, that it just ever so gently fills out your auric field. You may even feel some harmonization or opening of your chakras, a deepening of your awareness of your spine. And an opening of the crown chakra. Good. Continue to just kind of merge with your spine and still holding the flow of energy through your aurora eyes and aurora heart. Aurora consciousness is now bringing out your light body, your etheric body. And you may feel her as if she's embodying your own light body, as if you're becoming kind of an aurora, embodied light being. And you may also kind of be feeling a bit of a discernment between the light body and the physical body and the senses and the flesh. And the light body is your true third dimensional vehicle. And the flesh body is your projection. And breathe from the aurora light body. You could call this your purified template. And allow it to stream of projection that is in its highest vision, in its perfection. And if you feel any places in your light body that's contracted or dark or not fully illuminated, just bring one of these images of the golden infinity loop. Take the nodule, the center, and just put it there in the center of that place. And breathe through the center field, the golden center, the nexus point. Good. Okay, two places opened up for us now. So bring your awareness back into the center point of your heart and the original Aurora infinity generator loop there in your heart. The golden center in the knot. And we're going to breathe in, hold that point, and then we're going to exhale it slightly up from the heart into the high heart behind the thymus. And begin to breathe from that place on where our high heart meets our antakarana. Let us begin. Breathing in. Hold the center point of the golden infinity generator. Exhale and bring it up. Lock it in. Begin breathing through the center point of your high heart. Your azure, eighth dimensional chakra, your golden heart. Aligning the golden heart with the golden infinity generator, nodule, nexus point. Breathing them together, synchronizing. And as you begin to get a little more charge in the center, you'll start to notice that the charge magnetically pulls more hydroplasmic Christos consciousness from Mother Earth's core into your golden infinity center. So we're merging all three consciousnesses. Your personal golden high heart with the Aurora high heart infinity generator, with the planetary Christos consciousness. With each inhale now, and as you're charging your high heart, you may feel the infinity loops expanding. You may even feel them moving outside or around behind you. Continue to breathe until you can feel them about the size of like wings. They're like your shoulders would be like inside or the center points of them. And when you feel that you've reached maximum expansion, and your magnetic fields feels full of your high heart, tune into the Aurora consciousness. And maybe that's just looking through the eyes of the infinity loop again here to your high heart. Continue to breathe and harmonize and integrate. Find the inner flow and the inner stillness, center point. You may start to feel kind of a pulsing in your thymus, or like a stream of light pushing through the top of your high heart out through the front. It's as if the generation of the torus loop is pushing out the density through the front and to the back of your high heart. We could say we're creating another set of wings, cross wings, front and back. And breathe now through the front and back of that toroidal loop or that infinity loop. And just feel a golden magnetic consciousness strengthening and expanding, held within the magnetic field of your high heart. And it begins to fill out. When it gets as strong, the front and back gets as strong as the left, right. You start to notice around the periphery is a sphere, a golden sphere. Golden silver white sphere with that light blue tinge, holding the whole high heart lotus, infinity generator Aurora consciousness. Allow her to breathe now through your breathing, strengthening that event horizon and anchoring in your light body of your high heart. What we're going to do now is we're just going to breathe into the high heart and grab from the center point, the node of your high heart, the golden node, consciousness of the Aurora consciousness. And keeping that same spark there in your high heart, we're going to take a duplicate. Breathe in, hold it, and then take it all the way down into the core of Mother Earth. And just deposit your auroric high heart field spark into the aurora field of Mother Earth in her core. Breathing in, holding the center point, feeling the sphere, and exhaling down. And breathing from the core of Mother Earth until you feel it's integrated there. And when you feel she's integrated, just it may feel like a strengthening of your antakarana. It's almost as if your antakarana expands with each breath. The pulsing from the core of Mother Earth as the aurora consciousness kind of pushes out through your antakarana. Feel it like underneath your skin. That's how far it pushes out. And you may also feel your antakarana now extending from your crown up into your soul star chakra 6 inches above, 18 inches, 24, 36 inches. On the next inhale, we're just going to bring that from the core of Mother Earth all the way up to the 3 feet above your head, igniting our transient window with your aurora consciousness. Breathing in, hold, grab, and exhale all the way up. 2 feet, 3 feet above. When it locks in, it'll turn, quarter turn clockwise, and then breathe from that platform of aurora consciousness 3 feet above your head. Just feeling your antakarana. Now you're fully sealed in this aurora consciousness. Bringing your hands back into namaste. Bringing your awareness back into your heart, fully grounded in your spine. Slowly opening your eyes.